Did you know that 2/3 of marriages end in divorce? And did you know that because we're so young, there's no chance that our marriage is going to work out? Yeah, no, that's not true. That's just what people have been saying.
This is just according to a lot of the comments that we've been getting.
Basically, the vast majority of people are very, very supportive of our relationship. Friends, family, followers, everyone's very, very supportive. There's that 0.01% of people that they hate us. And it doesn't get to us. I think it's funny. A lot of you guys recently have been asking, why are we getting married so young? So we thought, let's address the question.
Yeah. And to be honest, there's no like main reason as to why we're getting married. You know, there's some people in some situations where, you know, they're having a baby, so they think it's best for the relationship and stuff like that. I'm not pregnant. I'm just going to put that out there. That's what a lot of people assume.
Well, actually, how about we go through kind of people's assumptions first?
Yeah, let's do that. So the first one is because I'm pregnant. I'm not pregnant. I'm sorry for those of you who think I am or want me to be, but I'm not pregnant right now, so that is not the reason that we are getting married.
Yeah, check back in like 8 to 10 years, guys.
In like 5 years, check back.
Yeah, like 10 years.
So that is one of the many reasons why people think we're getting married. So that one is debunked. On to the next.
On to the next. Finances. People think that, you know, it's going to be a lot cheaper once we move in together, which to a certain extent is very true. One of the other reasons that people think we're getting married so young is, of course, because of the distance. Monica and I, if you guys didn't know, we are in a long distance relationship. So I live in Cheshire in England.
I live in New York.
So that's about 3,500 miles away from each other. We literally live on different continents to each other.
We do spend a lot of time together though, so sometimes it doesn't feel like we are, because we both work online, so we're able to travel and, you know, work from anywhere. So that is definitely a big reason, but it's not like why, you know, we're getting married. But that definitely will help, because once we're married, we won't have to travel back and forth. We can actually like have one place together where we could keep our stuff and not have to, you know, get 100%. Flights and all this kind of stuff. So that is definitely something that's going to help.
And other people are saying, just loads of people coming up with a bunch of random reasons basically why we're getting married young. And I actually did an Instagram poll recently, and let me show you this. We got so many replies to this Instagram poll. It's absolutely crazy. Let me just read through a couple. So first one is from our friend Joey, who we actually just released some merchandise with. We're going to put a quick link below if you guys want to check it out. It's a Missing You hoodie. Joey says it's because you've been waiting till marriage and you want to speed it up.
And he put till marriage in quotation, which means to do the dirty.
That's not true.
No.
Next, Monica's cousin Connor actually put, because if you two just know, you just know.
Which I'm going to say is like a really good answer, because I feel like that's true with a lot of things. It's like when you end up loving somebody, people are like, how did you know you were in love? Like, you can't describe it, because when you know, you know. So that's like the perfect reply, because
100%.
You just know when you're ready.
Someone else said, because you guys love each other and you feel that it's the right time to do so. Someone said, because in the words of Twilight, I've chosen my life, I want to start living it.
Literally though.
Aisha, that is a brilliant response.
That is basically true.
So, having a quick scroll through and having a look at them all, the vast majority of people were saying, well, it's because you love each other. And that's very true.
It is.
Why should our marriage not work out just because of our age?
Yeah, and we've been dating for such a long time, and because we've been traveling back and forth and staying together for months at a time, we're basically already married. So we know that like we get along well, because a lot of people, they date for a long time and then they get married and then they move in together and then they realize we're not that good of a match, because, you know, we used to go back to our own places, but we spend months together at a time.
I was actually just about to say that. Do you know what really,
like we're already married.
Do you know what really made me realize that we are literally 100% suited for each other?
What?
So basically, when Monica and I visit each other, because obviously we're in a long distance relationship, when we visit each other, we stay at each other's houses in our respective countries. So we are literally together 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for the time that we spend with each other. What really made me realize that we're right for each other was when quarantine started and people started actually having to spend time with their spouses or their partners or whatever, you know, stuck in a house 24 hours a day with them. People are literally like going crazy on social media saying, I need to get out of this house, I can't deal with my wife anymore, you know, I need to get down to the pub just to have some time alone and stuff. I have never felt that way.
I'm literally like still obsessed with you to this day, like as the first time I ever met you. Like every time I look at you, I still get butterflies. Like that's not like normal, I don't think. I think it's just because like we're literally soulmates. Like I know in my heart that we're soulmates.
And you've seen how excited I get every single morning when you wake up. I wake up at like 6 every morning and I get a ton of work done before Monica wakes up so that I can spend most of my day kind of enjoying it with you.
Yeah.
Monica wakes up about 10ish, so like 4 hours later, and I'm so excited to see her every morning because
Yes.
I miss her during the 4 hours that I'm alone, essentially.
Yeah.
And you're okay because Monica does work in bed when I'm asleep. However, I sleep talk, so she can still talk to me.
Yeah, exactly. You still kiss me when you're sleeping, so it's great.
The kind of moments I knew that it was time to propose and time to kind of take the next step in our relationship was when I realized and when I really kind of felt confident about the fact that you knew that I was proposing to you because I loved you.
Yeah.
Because I was in love with you, not because of
Not because, you
the
know,
convenience.
Yeah, exactly. And that obviously you want to live in America with me, so it wasn't like, oh, the only way I can do that is, you know, we have to get married right now.
I mean, I'd be lying if I said that wasn't one of the reasons.
Yeah, but that wasn't
100%.
the reason, I mean.
No.
So it feels, and don't worry, like when you did propose, I knew you were proposing because, you know, you love me so much. It's not for anything specific. It's because we love each other.
100%. I've had a good think about this recently because a lot of people have been asking us why are we getting married in our early 20s.
Yeah.
Well, mid-20s for me.
Yeah. Well, basically mid-20s for me.
Yeah. I've broken it down into 3 main reasons. Number 1, the most important, is because I love her. I want to spend the rest of my life with you and I really think our marriage can work.
I really know it will work.
You know, like I look at, say for example, my grandparents. My grandparents, okay, they met each other when they were in their teens. They're now in their late 80s and they are obsessed with each other.
They are
still.
the most perfect couple in the world.
Like before COVID-19, okay, we took my grandparents out for lunch at a local restaurant and it was a glass table and we all sat around this glass table. I was on one side, I was opposite Monica, and then my grandfather was on one side and he was opposite my grandmother. And they were holding hands under the table and that just kind of, I looked down and it made me think, I want that so bad in 6 years' time.
And you watch movies like Up where they're like, you know, really old and like together their whole lives. And it's just like, it's so special because I feel like people just, like a lot of people jump around, which is fine. But I want that. I want to have someone who like I spend my whole life with and all these experiences with. And that's who you're going to be.
100%.
I've had a lot of comments on my videos on TikTok saying, because I made a video a while ago saying like I met my soulmate when I was 18 years old. And a lot of people are like, wow, like, so you never got to do this with everybody and go clubbing
you never got
and
to
meet all these
experience life,
guys
you
and
never
like,
got to try out other guys and
yeah,
stuff.
you're
It's
never
like,
gonna experience like what it's like. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, I'm so happy that like I met you so young. I'm so happy that like my first real boyfriend is becoming my husband. I think that's incredible. Like I think that was definitely worth waiting. I could have went around and dated other people like all the time, but I didn't want to because I feel like for me personally, when I date somebody, it's because I actually see myself with
Do you
them.
never have like a curiosity aspect, like what if another guy was different? What if another guy treated me like this?
No,
I prefer
because
what if?
Because I still like have seen other guys before, but none have ever treated me the way you do, and none have made me like what Connor was saying. Like when you know, you know. And I always just had a feeling, like ever since I first saw your photo, that like I literally said to my friend, I want him to be my husband before I even knew what you were like.
Yeah, she actually genuinely did.
So like
I've
I
still
just
got the
knew.
text, screenshots.
I just like knew though. Like there was something where I was like, I need to get to know this guy more because this is gonna be my husband. And guess what, suckers?
This is getting so sloppy now, isn't it?
I know.
But yeah, so that is number one reason. The number one reason why I proposed to Monica was because I genuinely felt like it was the right time because I want to spend the rest of my life with her. But that's not the only reason. I'm being completely transparent here. That's the main reason. There's 3 reasons. Number 2, we live on different continents, as we said.
Yeah.
Life together is bloody hard.
We can't do this forever. We can't, like, when we have kids in the future, we can't be like, all right, we're gonna go to England for 2 months and then we're all gonna fly back.
Yeah, anybody in a long distance relationship will know that. You know, I have my own house here, Monica has her own house there. It's you know, we're carting all our kind of clothing and stuff like that back and forth every few months, and it's just crazy. So that's the second reason, the distance. We want to be able to actually start a life together where we buy a house together, we get a car together, we make plans together. At the moment we're making plans and we're saying like, oh, what if we can't do this because I can't be in America at this time?
Yeah, like one of my friends' weddings is next year and I'm literally thinking to myself, are we going to be there for the wedding or am I going to be here? Like, how am I going to RSVP if I don't know where I'm going to be? Or like friends will be like, hey, do you want to go on vacation with me and my boyfriend? And it's like, we don't know if we're going to be home. Like, we don't know if what country we're going to be in. So it's just going to be so much more convenient.
100%. And the third reason, and obviously the least important, but it's still a reason, is the finances. I mean, like I said, I've got a house here, Monica has a house there. We're flying back and forth all the time. We're not going to go over figures, but you've got understand that.
It
That
adds
kind of
up.
adds up. Yeah.
And then like my luggage is always overweight because I stay for so long. So I need to bring so much stuff every time. I always have to bring so much stuff. So, you know, everything adds up. All those little expenses add up. Like, it's just, it does cost a lot to be in a long distance relationship. So that's why we're getting married so young. I don't know if that's...
Plus Monica's pregnant.
Oh my god. I am not pregnant. We just want to clarify because we've been getting a lot of questions asking why and if we think we're making a big mistake and all that stuff. We are so happy with the situation we're in now, and I cannot wait to actually be Mrs. Patterson in a year's
I know,
time.
how crazy is that?
It's
Monica
crazy.
you're literally less than a year away from being Mrs. Patterson.
Like, I need to change my last name.
And by the way, if you're a new watcher and you've made it this far, then thank you so much. And I mean, if you've made it this far, you may as well just hit that subscribe button now.
Please.
We'd really, really appreciate it. So like this video, share it with your friends, family, partners. You know, if you're in a long-term relationship and you want your boyfriend to propose or girlfriend to propose or whoever, then just, yeah, cheeky hints.
We will see you guys in the next video, and thank you so much for watching.
Thank you so much for watching.
Bye.
See you soon.